Welcome back then, you FM legends. Here we are with our final little mini-series with Rangers. We're going to do 3 seasons with Rangers, try and topple Celtic, get them back to the top and winning the trophies. I'd like to thank everybody who has subscribed so far. Just over 200 subscribers now. I'm looking to get to 250. So if you can do the YouTube wonders, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, that would be very much appreciated. I'm really looking forward to FM24. It's just round the corner now. And if you've got some ideas of who you'd like to see, or just some ideas that you think would be worth a bit of a challenge, then bang them in the comments for me and I'll take it all on board and we'll give it a whirl in FM24. Without further delay, let's get straight into it. So here we are, straight into it with the new signings, and here was my first one. I spent £5 million from QPR on Elias Chair. He's going to play in the shadow striker role for me. And signed for 5.25 from Shakhtar is Danilo Sikan, 21-year-old, 6'1" striker, bit of a beast. I'm quite pleased with this signing as well. Think he'll work wonders for us in this division. Should get a lot of goals in Scotland. Let's see what he can do. And I wanted to upgrade the goalkeeper department, and we've brought in Kamil Gabara from Copenhagen, and he's also cost us 5.25. Leaving the club though was Ryan Kent. We've got £5 million for him as his last year of his contract. As you can see, he's worth 23 million, but unfortunately he was on quite high wages for us, and also in his last year of his contract I didn't really want to extend it, so I was quite happy to let him go. Same principle for Philip Olander. He left for £1.1 million. He's gone to Olympiacos. Scott Wright has left £750,000 to Bristol City, and Alfredo Morelos, he's left for £4.2 million again in his last year of his contract, so we've cashed in. And this is a tactic I'll be using. It's my 4-3-2-1 formation. I built quite a few tactics on FM23, and there is a playlist on my channel if you want to go ahead and have a look at that. But this is one of my favourite ones that I've done. I think it'll suit the team really well. And we've started pre-season particularly well, very pleased. Started off with an internal friendly. We won 3-1. Then we beat Queen's Park 5-2. Elias Chair getting a hat-trick, Malik Tillman and Connor Goldson. We did lose 1-0 to Sporting, but they're a very good side. We then beat Boa Vista 4-2. Chair scoring again, and Sikan also getting a goal for our new additions. That's quite pleasing. And for Milicao, we beat them as well from Portugal. And again, Tillman, Chair getting on the score sheet, and Sikan once again. So it really looks like the tactics starting to bed in, they're getting used to it. I'm hoping for a really good start to the season. And we did get a good start to the season. A 4-0 victory away at Livingston. A lovely goal to start us off, as Lindstrom pulls it back to Elias Chair, and he finds the top corner to make it 1-0. And on 36 minutes, Elias Chair found himself in behind to dink it over the goalkeeper and get his second of the game. And Danilo Sikan takes this on board with a little flick off his back and taps it in for 3. And the game was rounded off after this own goal from Morgan Boyce. And our form continued. Look at this. 6 games played, 6 games won, 23 goals scored and only 1 against. We're 5 points clear after 6 games, and this is an amazing start to the season. We've got victories against Hibernian, Kilmarnock, Livingston, Celtic, Ross County and St Johnstone, and only dropping points against Hibernian, but the most important result was here, away at Celtic Park, where we've really put our foot down, showed Celtic what we're about in this rebuild. After just 2 minutes, Davis brings it out the back and pops one over the top for Danilo Sikan, who finds the bottom corner comfortably to make it 1-0. And Matondo found himself down the wing on 24 minutes, pops it off to Ridvan, who puts it in, and Danilo Sikan makes it 2. And Sikan got a penalty of his own, and he buried that in 66th minute. But we jump forward to January now. Here we are. Got through the Christmas period, and after 21 games we've won 19, drawn 1 and lost 1. The loss has come to a 2-1 defeat to Aberdeen, but we've scored 68 goals and only conceded 8 in 21 games. We're in unbelievable form. We've got ourselves 10 points clear of Celtic. And on the 2nd of January, we did have Celtic at Ibrox, where again, we really showed our dominance. And on 16 minutes, Tavernier put in a lovely cross onto the head of Danilo Sikan, who made it 1-0. Tavernier again with a lovely corner, and Sikan made it 2. On 54 minutes, another wonderful bit of play and a ball into the box for Elias Chair to make it 3-0. And to make it 4, Tavernier puts in another corner and Rhys Williams with a bullet header. And through a lapse of concentration, Celtic did manage to pull one back, and that was through Maeda. We've jumped forward to March now, and we've still only lost the one game against Aberdeen, and we've still drawn the one game against Hibernian. We've scored 93 goals already, only conceding 15. Absolutely on fire. And we've done well in the Champions League. We're on fire there as well, in quite a difficult group, I think. Inter Milan, Ajax and Barcelona. And the shock is Barcelona finishing bottom of the group. But we started off our Champions League campaign with a 2-1 win against Inter Milan. Goals from Tavernier and Chair. And we also were down to 10 men for the final stages of that game, with Lundstrom getting sent off. We then lost 3-1 to Barcelona at the Nou Camp, and Tom Lawrence did pull one back for us though in the 82nd minute. We then lost 3-1 to Ajax, but we did have a man sent off after 31 minutes, which made it unbelievably difficult for us. But we sorted that out when they returned to our place, when we beat them 3-1. Goals through Chair, Raskin and Kolak. And we returned the favour to Barcelona when they came to the Ibrox. And at Ibrox we beat them 2-1, and we had goals from Sakala, but with both of them in 41 minutes and 43. And it was also made difficult when Ben Davies got himself sent off after 50 minutes. And going into that final game, we lost 1-0 away at Inter Milan through a Lautaro Martinez goal. And I was worried because in the last 16 we drew PSG. But that didn't bother us because at Ibrox we absolutely smashed them. I don't know how this has happened, but we beat them 5-1. We did trail in this game as we had to chase down Mbappe, who made it 1-0 PSG after 4 minutes. But after 15 minutes, we worked it lovely down the right hand side. Fashion Sakala turns on it, shares deflected shot, and Tillman's head makes it 1-1. And on 19 minutes, Tillman's head forces Donnarumma to make a save, and a lovely low cross to Sikan to make it 2-1. And we made it 3 with Rhys Williams at the back post. And just 5 minutes later, Tavernier again causing problems. He puts in Chair, he puts it across, and Tillman makes it 4. And on 69 minutes, Tillman completes his hat-trick with this lovely finish. And that was enough for us to knock out Paris Saint-Germain, because in the away leg we managed to hold on to a 0-0 draw. And while we're on the cups, might as well get this out of the way. It didn't start well in the Premier Sports Cup. I did rest a lot of people and we lost 2-1 to Partick Thistle. But we are still in the Scottish Cup. We did beat Partick Thistle in this one, 3-1, didn't rest anybody, really pushed for another trophy here. So that was a nice victory to get one back over them. And a 3-0 win at home to Hibernian. And that puts us in the quarter-final against Livingston. And we dealt with Livingston in the quarter-final as Tavernier whips it in. Tillman's shot, good save, but finished off on the rebound. Connor Goldson made it 2 after 16 minutes. And right on the stroke of half-time, Fashion Sakala made it 3. And in the league we were looking more than comfortable. 31 games, 29 wins, 1 draw and 1 loss still. Scored 101 goals and only conceded 16. We are flying. And we had Celtic again, who we dealt with at Celtic Park. Tavernier, Cross and Vipotnik, who we signed in January. So that was Celtic dealt with once again. We haven't dropped points against Celtic all season. But as I mentioned there, Vipotnik did get the goal for us and he was a January signing. And I've forgotten to show you them, so let's quickly take a look. So here's Jan Vipotnik. He's our backup striker. It's cost us just £1.5 million from Slovenia. And we've also signed this beauty, Arden Yashiri. He's our centre midfielder. He's cost me £8 million, but he's coming from Lejeune. He had lots of interest from the likes of Dortmund and really good European teams. Can't remember them all, sorry. But yeah, I thought I had the money in the bank and I thought he's really going to push on. He's only 20 years old and he looks absolutely fantastic. And here's the last one, Urjok Gabic. He's come in absolute bargain, £1.4 million. He's already worth 13 million. Good winger for us, good backup. We'll see how he gets on. In terms of departures, Arfield left, £100,000. Just wanted him off the wage bill really. He isn't even playing for us, so that's a good one to get out. Contract running out as well, so off he goes. Same story, Stephen Davis, only 50,000 for him, but again, wages off the wage bill. More than pleased with that. Collock was whinging because he's not playing football, and that's why we bought him for Potnick. But we got £3 million for Collock. And same for Matondo, can't get in. The other guys are just playing so much better. He can't get in, he's whinging. I was more than happy to get rid of him. He had quite high wages as well, so for someone who wasn't one of my starters, let's get him out and get someone else in. £1.8 million for him. And after knocking out Paris Saint-Germain, our luck ended in the Champions League as we had to go to Anfield. It's never easy. Liverpool are awesome on this game, and unfortunately we lost 4-0. And that saw us out of the Champions League, as we couldn't do enough at Ibrox to beat them, but we did get a draw through a Todd Cantwell goal. But we want to get our hands on a trophy this season. We're looking brilliant in the league, but we also want a cup competition, and so far Celtic have still not beaten us this season, as we've done them 3-0 in the Scottish Cup semi-final. And we opened the scoring in 36 minutes. Lovely bit of play, and finished off by Vipotnik. We made it 2-0 on 58 minutes. Tavernier again, who just loves an assist, and Vipotnik loves to finish. And Leon King didn't give this up, as he poached a third. And we've completed our first campaign as Rangers manager. We've only lost one game all season. We ended up drawing 3. We scored 129 goals and only conceded 23, with a goal difference of 106. As you can see, we absolutely dominated. What a first season. I thought it might take us a good 1 or 2 seasons to get over Celtic, but we've sorted them out right in the first season. And here we are, which really shows our dominance. Sikan scoring 32 goals in his first season as our main striker. Elias Chair, £5 million bargain, scored 21 in our shadow striker role. Tavernier was the best player in the league. Sakala second and Sikan third. Tavernier getting himself 29 assists in the season, 16 coming from Fashion Sakala. Sikan also got the most Man of the Match awards, and clean sheets came in for Gabara with 18. But our season ended here because we got our chance to get our hands on one more trophy as we face Aberdeen in the Scottish Cup final. And after just 12 minutes we found ourselves in behind. We managed to stay composed and pop it off to Ridvan, who smashes it in the top corner to make it 1-0. But Aberdeen had other thoughts, and they came at us on the 23rd minute. Pops it in, and a great header to make it 1-1 from Ramadani. But we're awesome from set pieces this season, and 6'5" Williams smashes it in for 2-1. And on 64 minutes to seal off the tie. A lovely bit of play, and an absolute wonder goal from Yashari. So that is season 1 done at Rangers. Pure dominance for us. Absolutely smashed the league, only losing 1 game all season. Didn't lose to Celtic in any competitions at all. So what a great start for us, and finished it off with that 3-1 win against Aberdeen. What a great start. We will be doing 3 seasons, so I'll see you in the next one.